Hi, me again. If you remember last week, we looked at sleepy foods and I gave you a list of, I think it was 20 sleepy foods, and I wanted to know, were they good sleepy foods or were they not sleepy foods? And remember, we were looking for that thing in them called tryptophan, which helps sleep. Okay. So when you're thinking about these sleepy foods, you're thinking of things, whatever these ones are, which I'm going to tell you in a minute, and we'll have these maybe at tea time or they're good for supper time, okay? It doesn't mean to say that you've just got to eat these things and then you'll sleep for England, because that wouldn't really be the case, okay? So it's having a varied and a healthy diet the rest of the day, but maybe try and incorporate some of these things, which are the sleepy foods, around from tea time to supper time, and see if that makes a difference, okay? So the first one we mentioned last week was milk chocolate. So was that a good sleepy food or a bad sleepy food? Basically, that is false. Okay, chocolate before bedtime is not great. So I think you probably know this yourself, especially if you've got kids or you are a child. Sometimes too much chocolate before you go to bed can make you feel a bit sick. But it can also be full of those additive things, and it's also got caffeine in it, so it can make you kind of a bit more hyper. Okay. So coffee, is that a good sleepy thing or a bad sleepy thing? That is a false one. It's not good before bedtime, okay? So somebody that drinks a lot of coffee maybe has to think about how much coffee they're actually drinking, because the caffeine in it stimulates all those other hormones and things within your body, and it stops you sleeping. So you know yourself, if you're really tired, you might have a cup of coffee to wake you up. You don't want to be waking yourself up before you go to bed, do you? Almonds. So yes, almonds is a good sleepy food, but obviously don't eat almonds if you've got a nut allergy. So you would know that anyways. Okay, but almonds is a good sleepy food. So trying to think of what something that might have almonds in it. Marzipan's got almonds in it if you like marzipan. Okay. Toast, that is a good sleepy food. Wholemeal toast is probably best, but if you can't get wholemeal or you don't like wholemeal toast, a bit of just white bread toasted is absolutely fine and a good thing for supper. Alcohol, now, is that a good sleepy thing or a bad sleepy thing? I think I said last time, if you have a couple of glasses of wine before you go to bed, it might make you feel a bit more tired, but when you wake up, you might feel a bit groggy, so it's kind of like a bit, I'm hopeless with alcohol, I can't drink it. I get a hangover and I just can't function with a hangover. But it can sort of help you sleep, but it's not good quality sleep, because when you wake up, you do feel groggy, you might feel dehydrated. So basically, no, not a good sleepy thing at all. Sometimes it can help you relax a little bit, but I would say stick to one glass if you have to have any. Cheese. So was this a granny's tale, like an old wives' tale, or was this a true thing? Because my granny used to say cheese before bedtime gives you nightmares. To be honest, that's just not true. Okay, I suppose if you had bucketfuls of it, it might, and it might make you feel quite sick. But cheese before bedtime is a good thing. It is a good sleepy food. So that's kind of a myth, sort of vanished, I suppose. Okay, obviously don't have too much, but a bit of cheese on a bit of wholemeal toast, perfect for supper. Herbal tea, again, that's a really good sleepy thing because it's not got all that caffeine in it that tea and coffee might have in it, but herbal tea can be quite a relaxing thing, and it's good. Thinking about a herbal tea before you go to bed. Ice cream, true or false? No, not good for you before you go to sleep. Apart from the sugar in it, which is something that you don't really want. You don't want to have that sugar rush because you don't want to be bouncing off the ceiling, do you? But it's the coldness of it. So when it hits your mouth, it's like that cold hit in your mouth, and that's going to wake you up. So that's going to stimulate you. So ice cream, no, not good before. Rice. Rice is a good sleepy food because it's a slow release thing. It's the carbohydrates in it, and that can be really good before bedtime. But don't cover it in lots of Chinese sweet and sour sauce or a Chinese meal and think, oh, well, it's rice, it'll be good. Because no, there are other things that you have with it like that might counteract it a bit. So maybe have rice with something that could be something else on the list from this list of sleepy foods, okay? But yes, rice is a good thing. Walnuts, again, don't eat them if you've got nut allergies, but walnuts are a good sleepy food. It depends on what you put in them, put them with, I suppose, but yes, walnuts are a good thing. Celery. Now, celery is one of those things, it can be good to help with sleep, But if you eat too much of it, it is very watery, okay? So it's what's called a dietetic. So it's because there's lots of water in, you might find yourself needing to go to the loo a bit more if you eat a lot of it. But obviously, a strip of celery with something on for bedtime, for supper time, could be quite a good thing. Okay. An energy drink, so things like Lucozade and the Red Bull that we talked about, definitely not. Definitely not. Because they are called an energy drink for a reason, and that's because they give you energy. You don't want energy before you go to bed. You want something that makes you sleep. So dark chocolate. Remember we said milk chocolate was no good, not good for sleeping? Dark chocolate isn't that great, but if you had to have any chocolate, I suppose, dark chocolate's going to be better than milk chocolate, but still probably stay away from chocolate before you go to bed. Honey. Now, honey is a good sleepy food. It's sweet, but it's naturally sweet because honey is made from bees, which are natural little creatures, aren't they? So honey is a good sleepy food. So if you had maybe some honey on some wholemeal toast, something like that, that might be quite nice for your supper, okay? So then we'll look at bananas. So bananas, yes, they are a good sleepy food. Bananas are full of calcium and magnesium. So bananas also help with, because they're a slow release thing. A lot of sportsmen, like especially tennis players, you see them having bananas and between sets and things on the tennis court. That's because they give you an energy boost, but they're also a slow release. So bananas can be a very good sleepy food. So the other thing about bananas, because of the magnesium and the calcium and things in it, it helps if you've got dumpy legs. So, you know, if you get restless legs on a night time, bananas are really, really good for that. I get dumpy legs because I get cramp and stuff like that. So I try to have bananas if I can around supper time, which really does help. Oatmeal and cereal. So oatmeal is a very, very good sleepy food. So oatmeal, you can think maybe is a bowl of porridge. Maybe it's not so much in the summer when it's warm, although it's not warm today, but more so for the winter because it can be quite what I call plaggy. Okay, so porridge is very, very, because it's a slow release, but it's a very good sleepy food. But you could have oatmeal biscuits, couldn't you? So you could make flapjacks with oatmeal and maybe a bit of natural honey, mix that together so it kind of turns into flapjacks. So that could be a good sleepy food, and maybe put a bit of banana on it, even better. Okay, so then we looked at turkey. So turkey is a very good sleepy food. Turkey only seems to eat a lot of turkey around Christmas. But if you can get slices of turkey at the delicatessen or Asda or wherever you go, that can be a really good sleepy food as well. So if you think of Christmas Day, if you have turkey, then you fall asleep, don't you? So kind of linked. It could be about the alcohol as well, but it's kind of linked. But maybe it's a turkey sandwich or turkey on a slice of wholemeal bread, something like that. Next one was peanut butter. That is a very good sleepy food. Again, not if you've got nut allergies, okay? But peanut butter is a very, very good sleepy food, which pleases my son Michael because it's his favorite thing in the whole world. So peanut butter on toast, that's a lovely little supper, isn't it? Burger and fries, not great. If you're going to have burgers and fries, have them lunchtime or at a very push tea time, but really not after a certain time of the day. If you're struggling to go to sleep, don't have burgers and fries because they can sit on your tummy. They take a long time to digest. And there's lots of other things going on within the burgers and the fries. Not good. Not good for sleep. And then the last one we had was the super duper sleepy food, which is cherries. So if you can get real life natural cherries, they are perfect. But remember that cherries do have big stones in the middle, so take the stones out, okay? You can get cherry juice as well. You can get cherry juice from, I think Asda do a bottle now of cherry juice. Diluted to taste, obviously. You can get cherry juice from health food stores. That really needs to be diluted way, way down because it is very, very strong. But things with cherries in, you can get mullah rice with cherries on the bottom with a bit of rice on the top. Perfect for supper time. So cherries are really, well, I would say cherries, oatmeal are the main sleepy foods. Okay, and if you can try some of those before supper time, then hopefully you'll sleep well. Okay, thank you then. Bye-bye.